Hi guys, my name is Michaela. I'm from New Seoul, and today we're gonna break down the stress recovery flow together. The most important thing with the stress recovery flow is that from the beginning on, we try to really calm the nervous system down with some breath work in the beginning with the clients. And overall, the Hu massage is more slow, grounding, and really soothing. So we use some drops of essential oils. Today we are gonna use some lavender oil. I will give one hand underneath the bed and one hand on top of the client. And then you can slowly start inhaling deeply. And then slowly exhale. Deep inhale. And slowly exhale. And we let them breathe as long as they need. Once we feel that the client is a bit more relaxed and can deeply inhale and exhale, we slowly start with the massage. I start the massage on the upper body. Mostly the massage is on the upper body, the neck, the shoulders, and the head. Because like I said, there's mainly a lot of stress stored, so we work with the muscle, but also more focus on the head, on the neck, and on the shoulders. So I make long strokes and slow strokes in the beginning. And also I hold some movements for a bit longer than usual to really step into this deep relaxation. And also the customer and the clients can come down step by step. And can release the stress and the tension of the body.
Whenever you're feeling like the person that is laying down is starting to go back to their head and contract their body, their muscles, try to bring them back to the present and ask them to connect again with the breath, taking deep breaths, exhale, and slow down if you need to. You go back to the reset position, like the beginning position, by placing their hands and ask them to take deep breaths. As long as it takes for them to go back to relaxing mode. Once they calm down again, you can continue with the massage. Remember, this is not a massage for working on the muscles, but still if the person arrives with some tension, we can still help a little bit by doing a bit more pressure in the muscles where they feel the tension. But always going back to the soft and slow pressure.
So we also work with long strokes and with a lot of pressure on the hands. This movement also calms the clients down. We also store a lot of stress and tension in our hands and fingers. And you can also stay some seconds with a bit of pressure on the hands. You can also do some long, gentle stretches. But be aware that you are gentle, especially on the spine and the bones. So you go from the inside up to the neck and then slowly down. After you finish with the upper body, you can go again above the towel and then do some soft pressure. And then you can go a little bit to the legs and also put on some pressure. But the main focus, like I said in the beginning, is the upper body, the neck, and also the head. But you can add some pressure on the back side of the body, the feet. So when you add pressure on the feet, it's also really nice. We did the back side of the body and now we continue with the front side. So we focus a little bit on the décolleté, on the chest, on the face and also on the head. And yeah, I will show you everything now. Long strokes underneath the neck and then go all the way to the back of the head. Long strokes, fingers are underneath the neck. And do this several times. And also here again, you can feel how the client is breathing. And when you feel the client is relaxed again, you start over again. It's also really nice to stop and also here again hold the movement. The head might feel a bit heavy. And once you feel the weight in your hands, you can release. Do the strokes underneath the neck until you feel the bone, until you feel the occiput. And once you feel it, you can also pull a little bit. Release. And then you gently and slowly pull. With this massage, less is more. So you always start with gentle strokes and then you try to feel also the body. You feel maybe tension and then you slowly try to go a little bit deeper and then you release again. So next step, we will turn the head to the side. So we can work also here on the side neck, on the throat. So there are a lot of muscles that are also quite tense. We're not doing deep tissue work. And here again, you take 2 fingers on the back side of the neck until you feel the bone. And then you can stop over here and then do a little bit of pressure and do little circles in one direction. And then you can change into the other direction. You can also start massaging a little bit the head, the back side of the occiput. And with your left shoulders, you can fix the head of the client. You can also start working on the side of the head. So there are a lot of techniques where you can release the stress. Once we're finished with the décolleté, the neck, we are starting with the face, the forehead, and the head in general. So I always like to start between the eyebrows, between the eyes. So you will find this point over here, and then you just pull a little bit, not too much, just a little bit. And you press this point for a couple of seconds, up to 1 minute. And maybe the client will take a deep inhale. And then you will notice again that the client can release a bit. And then you make long strokes again to the outside. It's always important from working from the inside to the outside. Like you would imagine to stroke all the stress away, out of the head, out of the nervous system, and out of the face. So you can also squeeze a little bit the eyebrows. That also is really nice. When you think a lot and you have like an overthinking mind, it's really nice. So once we are finished with that part, we come to the forehead. Also do long strokes to the back of the head. And then I use the palms to stroke all over the forehead of my client. Here you can use gentle pressure. You can always ask the client how much pressure is nice for them, but do it slow, controlled, and long strokes, all the way from the inside to the outside. The next technique is really common. So you stop here on the temples, and once you feel a little hole, you will feel it, you feel the bone. You can start making circles in one direction. You can do like an 8 on both sides with one finger or with 2 fingers. You can also do it again with the palm. Do more big circles. And you can also just hold in the end. So there are a lot of techniques on the side. And just hold it and then stroke it out again. So once we're ready with the forehead, we continue with the head. So go all the way on the side of the ear and start massaging the side part of the ear. I always like to work also on the ears, but you have to ask the client if they like it. Pull the ears to the back, down to the neck, and also to the side. So you can be a bit more creative here, but be gentle on the side of the ear. We continue with the head. Spread your fingers wide and just massage the whole head from the side to the top. You can also do strokes here. So you start sides the ear and then you stroke it all the way to the top. And then all the way to the top, also again with gentle pressure. And once you're up on the head, you stop in between, like you would imagine there's a line, and then you add on soft pressure. And then you can come back again. Do these pressure points all the way to the front, all the way to the forehead. And then you can also stroke this line. So we always end up the treatment with a hot towel. So you can lay it down onto the chest of the client, add on a bit of a pressure again. So we do the breathing like in the beginning and add a little pressure onto the towel. We let the client breathe again deeply into the nose and out. So we end up the massage with a hot towel either on the décolleté, or we can use the hot towel also on the neck. Therefore, we put the hot towel underneath the neck, and then we can also pull the towel a little bit into our direction, or you just stand and easily lean back. You can also bring the head a bit up and then reduce the weight of the head of the client. You can also wiggle a little bit and then gently coming back. Another option with a dry towel would be you can lay it onto the face and then add on some gentle pressure onto the forehead of the client. Release and then add on some gentle pressure into the direction where the client is laying down. You can also again add some pressure on the side in the end. Just do it a couple of seconds, releasing, and then add on a gentle pressure. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you like it. Subscribe our channel, like the video. Yeah, we hope it was helpful for you. See you next time. Bye.